Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, Austin and his fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Last episode, we actually managed to solve the issue between the Valeras and the Bardatos, and managed to make things nice for them. We'll have to come back to get some repairs sometime later on, at some point in the future, when it's daytime, but until then, let's head up to Serpent's Crown and actually speak with the people in charge. We'll see if we can do anything nice here. Bit of a walk, and it's still gonna be nighttime, or at least early morning, but we'll see what happens. Alright, and we're here. So, we've got Takano's estate there, Una's luxuries, Muahi's estate, Lady Apero's estate, Kahanga Palace, and the road east. Well, we're gonna save the palace for last. Takano's estate is over here, which is somewhere we do need to talk to Takano. Because we need to get a shell for Dario. I actually remembered his name. Shocking. Let's see what we can get from him. I see Takano there. An older Mataru man stands ringed by younger Huana, apprentices or pupils it seems. His robes shimmer with quartz beading, and his perfume announces his presence from across the room. Yet beneath his finery he looks like a fighter gone to seed. Disused muscles flop from his arms, and flab pads him like so many layers of silk. He looks up and notices you.
Greetings, and welcome to my home.
He gestures to the lavish room, puffing his broad chest out a little more.
For what do you come to my villa?
We can read Takano's soul? Okay. Your essence slips from your body, and Takano's soul enfolds yours like a warm, oily thing. As his fears and questions seep into you, your perspective shifts to his. At first, you worried this meadow folk before you had been sent by the Valian debt collectors. It would be a low trick taking advantage of your famous hospitality, but then those Valians are crafty. Perhaps if your villa were bigger, they might know you are a man worthy of respect. At least you have the shell. You tuck it away not only for safekeeping, but also because you were a little ashamed of it. How could such a simple, ugly thing be sacred to a god? But it was a gift from the queen, and so you keep it. Your gaze strays to the wall. Yes, you must knock down that section there, install a wide, grand window, once you have the money. You retreat from Takano's soul to find him watching you with a placid smile. I hear you have a rare Andrite artifact.
The Cornet of Waves. It is a conch shell, but very important. To receive it is the highest honor.
He nods vigorously, jiggling the loose flesh of his neck. He sounds like he's trying to convince himself more than you.
The Queen gave it to me as thanks for my years of service. I was her personal bodyguard when she was a child, you know.
Why is the Cornet of Waves so special?
Because it is sacred to the goddess Andra. Everyone knows it is a privilege to have.
He clasps his interlaced fingers together, his knuckle is glowing white. He glances toward his apprentices.
Akira Takano. Everyone knows it is a sign of favor.
She snaps to, her response is sudden and automatic as though Takano had just given her an order. He gives the apprentice an appreciative nod.
I am misled if holding a shell is all it takes to earn Ngati's favor.
Takehu tosses his hair and chuckles to himself. Andre, such artifacts are often imbued with powerful spells. Take care when handling it.
I keep it locked away, to see and not to touch, Ikera. But your words are good warning.
He glances nervously around his fine home.
Generations ago, there was a similar shell. When the old city sank, Andra's faithful gathered around that cornet and prayed for deliverance.
He leans close, a storyteller's grin spreading across his face. An ominous sing-song creeps into his voice.
But Andra is not a goddess of mercies. Instead of lifting them from the ruin, she pulled them down with the shell and said they would rise when it did.
He chuckles and leans back, clasping his hands over his generous midsection.
That is the story, anyway. Macabre, no? Because it is
Okay. Andra is the goddess of loss. Legends say she calls missing things to her with the music of the conch.
Truly? Then I must hope she calls nothing back from me. Generations ago, there was a But Andra, that is the story.
Well, I have a
anyway.
special shell too.
Ah, I see.
His features fall in disappointment.
I am sure it is also a great honor.
Well, I need the Coronet of Waves.
But it was a gift from the Queen. It is unusual for a man of my standing to give such a thing away.
I shouldn't say this, but I'm on a mission from the palace. A symbol as important as the cornet would help.
Truly? I dearly miss palace gossip. Come, what is it about?
I'd tell you, but I'm sworn to secrecy. You remember what that's like.
Not to worry. I learned to keep many secrets in my years guarding the Queen. Take it, with my blessing.
He presents you with a large, lustrous conch shell. The surface is inscribed with symbols, and the tip is fitted with a silver mouthpiece. Oh, that worked. A little deception, and we managed to get it. Just as we needed to. Beautiful. Thank you, Takano. Now I'm going to take a look around your place a bit, if you don't mind. This shark portrayed mid-leap has been carved from a single piece of wood. A wide blade is mounted here. Beneath it, an engraving reads, "For courage in battle."
There, done.
You see cracks along the surface of this battle horn where it was carefully repaired.
Pretty good, huh? Got it.
Alright, moving on. We got what we needed from him. We can now leave. So theoretically, we could take these back to the guy right now. Or we could go down into the old city and see if we can find this thing. That would be interesting too. Find the treasure, loot it all before he's able to. That could work nicely. Unfortunately, Una's Luxuries is closed because it is still too early in the morning. Muahi's estate. Let's see what we got here. Well, this is fancy. Each island in this miniature model has been carefully sculpted, lined with carved rings that indicate height.
At last. Akira, I have waited a second lifetime.
Pardon? Various unfinished letters lie scattered across the desk. You catch fragments of a meandering apology, largely obscured in ink. Okay, I will loot everything and then speak to this Muahi. I'm guessing that's probably Muahi. And an orphan dog.
I've seen worse.
Evi. Let's see here. Bonus to resolve and resolve affliction resistance, and the duration of resolve afflictions applied to the party is reduced. I mean, a bonus to resolve is nice, very nice, but I'll stick with, who I have right now. Muahi's remains. I think we'll need to talk to him to find out what we're doing with that. But, hello there, Muahi.
There you are.
The spirit tilts her head, considering you. After a moment, she reaches a hand towards you. Yes, I'm real.
And what kept you? Why should I wait so long for Rikuhu's messenger? Or have you come as Bareth's usher? The foreigners twist even our gods. Should you not be a dwarf?
I'm not the usher, I'm a watcher.
Akira, I have not met one before. Nor will I again, I think. But you are here to take me away, are you not? Well, I refuse to go. Never will I move from this place until justice is done. I follow Magrin's way. Yet sickness took me before my time. I died alone and without honors. It must be put right. My body cannot be left here to rot, forgotten. I feel it there like an itch.
Who were you?
I have been many things. And in performing my duties, I brought honor to my caste and to my kin. A sea captain, a great explorer, trusted advisor to the Queen herself. Now, that is before I left the sea for the mountains to make maps and guide others. Chief Navigator. That is what I made of myself.
Do you know where you are?
I can see nothing in this place of death but distant lights. But I feel I must be close to where I died. I have not taken one step since the darkness came.
And what's the last thing you remember?
The sickness. Days of it. Lying in my own filth as the disease withered me. I passed from wakefulness to sleep with every breath. But I knew at once when it was over.
Is that why you haven't moved on? I could help you.
Of course. Some kind of mistake was made, and now Magrin will put it right. I thank you. Please, search my home. My body cannot be far.
We actually did just see it. It's right here.
Have you found it? Akira, I hope I have not rotted away.
I did find a body on the bed. I assume it's yours.
Yes. To think, a Mutaru of the Kahunga tribe left to die alone and forgotten. Unthinkable.
It shouldn't be too hard to arrange funeral rites.
No, not so difficult now that you are here to carry my body. Take my body to the Temple of Magrin in the Sacred Stair. There is a great fire there that burns eternally. Burn my body there, so that it may be dedicated to Magrin in death. I cannot pass from this life until all is in order.
Are you sure this is what you want?
Of course. When all is done, Magrin will light a path for me. Or else, if I must face a final test of my navigator's skill, I will impress her.
Cremate Muahi's remains. Alright, we'll have to go back to Magrin's temple. It seems a simple enough task. Just bring the remains down to the temple. Bing bang boom. We will need to go there eventually. As we do have another quest that we can do over there. If I can find it. Which is it again? I know there's one. Glimpse Beyond. It is a little tougher, but I think we might be able to do it, so we'll take care of that later. And here we have Lady Apero's estate, which is locked, so we can't go in there. That's fine. See what we have over here. Ah, here's a few people.
Or prey.
A woman with skin like hardened sailcloth sits upright and stares off to the distance, her lips held in a tight and thoughtful pinch. She blinks and sits even straighter as you cross her view.
So, it will be you, then.
Her hand strays toward a sheath at her side, but she holds your gaze evenly. I'm sorry, what?
You do not know what I talk of, Akira? Then I owe you an apology. I have collected many foes over the years. Some of them would sprint up the mountain to see me push through the jaws of the Great Eel.
With me it's usually a pit or some Engwithan machine instead of an eel.
Akira? I am certain it took hard work to earn such accomplished and capable foes. As Nungata Whale Splitter, I cleared the jungles and seas alike of slippery creatures. I earned my foes later, when I hunted a deadlier prey.
Extremely tall women?
Ha! Bounties. You wild ibex.
She chuckles to herself and turns away, raising her hand to hide a blush.
It's been years since I tossed a harpoon, so now I stay abreast of what bounties need filling. That's Mutaru retirement for you.
You must think everyone is out to get you.
An occupational hazard, I say. Hunters do not play well with others.
She glances away and clears her throat into her fist.
You... Didn't you help me track down that crab thief in Etua?
Nungata glances up at Takehu.
So it is true what they say. You never forget a face. Nungata, a pleasure as always.
Hard to forget the boy who pilfered half my earnings when he thought my back was turned.
That is a vile falsehood. I pilfered a third of your earnings. A finder's fee.
Takehu chuckles to himself, but Nungata narrows her eyes and shifts her focus over to you. Ever miss the hunt?
I miss traveling across the archipelago, answering to no one but my empty belly and purse.
She grins out at the city and sighs.
But this is a younger woman's game. Better that I step aside and make way for aspiring killers. Akara?
And what bounties do you have available?
Interested in taking up the trade, are we? I warn you that I deal in the heads of the exceptionally dangerous. A lady needs standards, after all.
She raises her brow and searches for any sign of hesitation. I can handle myself. Give me the details.
Let's cut your teeth on clever Bena, infamous dwarf mystic of the obscure. A scavenger, I say. Picks off those who trust her for an evening, and then pockets their coin when she's bled them out. Bena was seen traveling on an island due southwest of Osongo.
Before we go, I had some questions.
Ask away.
Still
You're
hunting.
a busy woman when you have a head to
Alright. We'll keep our eyes out. And Areti.
Do you seek companionship on your travels across the Deadfire? Why not take a little friend along? We have many animals on offer, all well-trained and eager for a new home.
Well, let's see what you have.
Kira, you are sure to find one that suits you.
And we have a load of pets. I obviously cannot buy all of them. And I'm not gonna go through investigating what each of them do. At least not in detail. Seems most of them give either stride, some sort of single ability for skill, and other things. This one's a little different. While in combat, Nebula will periodically grant any one character an inspiration. While you're near death and being attacked, Nebula also has a small chance to cast Withdraw or Recall Agony on you. That's actually interesting. That's actually very useful. Oh, wait. Oh. Withdraw Recall Agony, which means 5% chance that you end up getting a protective sphere that heals you up, and 5% chance that you get damaged again. Okay. I take it back. That is for gambling, and I am not a gambler. Pass on that. That way leads into the temple, but I don't think I'll go into the temple quite yet. Nitehi.
You return.
Ah, you're the one who needs that item. We'll deal with that later. We got other things to deal with here. Doesn't look like there's anything in the middle here, so tell you what. Let us go and turn in this thing and let her get burned. It's a simple enough thing at the Sacred Stair. Temple of yeah, just go to the Sacred Stair. Cloaked figures spraying out of the alleys flanking the street. That's a little concerning. Several figures slink toward you from the surrounding streets. Leading them is an Orlan with blood-red fur and long, sharpened nails. She sniffs at the air.
I smell that Mataru Richling's perfume on you. You've got something I want. Give me the Cornet of Waves.
The thugs creep toward you, hands on their weapons. Ah, you must be the one Dario originally hired.
Hold on. I thought he hired some dummy that bungled everything.
I ain't failed just yet. Not when I got you cornered.
Back off.
Not without the Cornet of Waves.
Listen, Dario didn't send me after some trinket, he sent me to get rid of you. The advancing thugs hesitate. She turns to them, her filed teeth bared in a scowl.
Don't listen to her. She's just trying to scare us off.
Dario wanted to keep this theft a secret. You're a loose end. A few of the thugs shuffle their feet nervously.
Come to think of it, that does sound like Dario.
Enough, or I'll gut you lot alongside this fool.
Ateria spins to glare at her people, but the thug shakes his head.
Don't believe it, boss. This one's the softest sap in Deadfire.
We'll take our chance.
She grins wickedly. Alright, looks like we got a couple to deal with. Fighter, Barbarian, Cypher, and Atera.
Could be a fight.
Well, we can take him down. Relatively easy, I think. Oh, jeez, okay. Apparently you can change into a shark. Sure, why not? On the plus side, these guys aren't too hard to take down.
Let's go.
Damn blast. Speak your mind. That will do, I say.
Your bones will feed the land.
Can't make a dent.
What say?
You guys are taking a lot, are able to survive quite a bit of hits. Well, we can at least finish off the Cypher. There we go. Now we can finish you off. Almost. And down you go. Perfect. Nice try, but it wasn't good enough. And hey, we have loot we can sell now. Alright. Oh, no, the way out is over here, I think. Yep, it's over here. Alright. Now, back to taking this body to the Sacred Stair. Nice and easy. Have to head down to here.
It is Aethys, the god of light. Does he hold the sun in the sky?
Yeah, actually. The sun wakes for Aethys, dead or alive. You got a problem with that?
Akira, he steals the light from others.
You want a bloody nose, fish face. Keep talking.
Oh boy. Perhaps I should mention to the High Priest.
Is a challenge we must
Muahi has passed. I'd like to commit her body to the flames.
Muahi?
The priest's calm demeanor is shattered by his hissed utterance. He glances around you both.
Do you know what you do? This woman you carry, she cannot receive such rites. You risk the Queen's anger. Muahi has broken with Wahana. The Queen has forbade that any should have contact with her. Akira? She would be banished to the Undercity if not for her sickness. And now that has finished her.
What does that mean?
The sharing of resources among the tribe. For what do we let the Mataru rule us, if not to dispense Wahana in fairness?
A group of the Wapua came to seek Muhai's counsel, for she was known as a great navigator. Muhai was of the Oweki before she came to Neketaka. The Oweki and Wapua were enemies for many years, before Queen Onekaza's time. Muhai misled the hunting party, and they were lost.
Oh.
All of us are Kahanga now. To harm Wapua is to harm Oweki. As Muhai turned her back upon her kin, so we were commanded to turn ours upon her. The Queen would have us join our tribes into one raised fist. She could not let Muhai's crime stand.
She gave them bad directions. That's not the same as murdering them.
There are those who kill by sword and those who kill by cunning. To the dead, it makes no difference.
So it was a political decision.
I say it was done for the good of our people. The traitors, they make war upon themselves. Each dousing another's flame, they are reduced to embers.
She died alone. Isn't that enough?
So too did she act on her own, against her own people. She does not deserve the honor of walking with the gods.
Can she not redeem herself?
Muhai is dead. She has lost her final battle.
Who says one's chance for redemption ends with death? For some, it's only the beginning.
Come. Give me the body. I will bury her beyond the great city walls. It is the best that I can do.
Is there no other way?
You are not of the Kahanga tribe. For what do you do this?
I feel sorry for her.
And I as well. Muhai has brought great sorrow upon herself.
Well, I am not of your people. So, while your people were forbidden from interacting with her, I was not. Bad directions do not mean murder. Manslaughter, maybe, but murder, no. At least he's willing to bury her body. Very well.
I will do as promised. Thank you, outsider. The Wapua have their justice, and the Queen's law stands. You have done the right thing.
I hear your talk. Who has turned your heart against me? The priest? Has he forgotten who we were? Never before would a member of the Awiki have been left to die alone. I upheld my tribe's honor, and for that I was abandoned. Left to waste away, to hobble around my home with only maps for company. Now I will be buried like a secret. Never to know Magran's favor.
I'm sorry, Muhai.
Berath will claim you in time. And I will be here, Watcher. I wait for you on this side.
It's unfortunate that it had to end up going that way. Alright. Well, with that, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, I believe it will be time that we go and investigate the palace. And finally, speak with the leader of this place. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Laniara, Adair, Joti, Seraphin, and Takehu. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, and I shall see you all next time.